Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. There was probably a code to have hearts or something. Was there a Valentine's Day hashtag to... Oh, we already have hearts. Duh. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, how are you? Michelle. Hey, Tanya and Betty and Mom and who else did I miss? Who did I miss? Good morning. Cheers. Happy Valentine's Day and all that. We're not celebrating Valentine's Day. Hi, how are you? Oh yes, I saw you show up in my followers. Amy? Ami. Amy? Ami. I'll do an oil scope after this. Amy. Okay. What a beautiful spelling. I'll come back. Hi, Nina. I'll come back on and we'll talk about Tranquil, the Tranquil roll-on, after this. We're going to talk about Byron Katie first. In the peace and the quiet. The girls were so great yesterday, though. We had so much fun. Good morning to everybody. And then I also pulled a card before whoever shows up. There's one person in particular came to mind, not only for myself, but if she shows up, I'll tell her. Yes, Catherine's been through a lot. The last couple of days, you need to just, take this roll-on and shove it up your nose. But today is our Tao Te Ching. Yes, I love Hate You, BK. Hi, Ben. Good morning. Today is Tao Te Ching Day. Woohoo! Super exciting. Oh, the joy of being held responsible for your stories. And this one. Okay, ready? And we'll talk. Don't let me forget about the card, okay? Because I already pulled it and I think it's important for those of us in the process of creating new things. So much easier to talk to you without twin toddlers running around. Bless their little sticky hearts. Okay, today is nature nurture. The way bears them, power nurtures them. Their own being shapes them. Their own energy completes them. And not one of the 10,000 things fails to hold the way sacred or to obey its power. Their reverence for the way and obedience to its power are unforced and always natural. For the way gives them life, its power nourishes them, mothers and feeds them, completes and matures them, looks after them, protects them. To have without possessing, do without claiming, lead without controlling, this is mysterious power. To have without possessing, I really like that one, and it has to do with, it's very relevant to this card that I pulled. Because when we're trying to manifest and create new stuff, we have to pre-have what we're looking for. So we have it, we generate it, we pull it, or allow it, whatever, into our energy before we possess it. And we never, to go even further, possess anything. We don't possess each other. We don't possess our stuff. We don't possess our bodies, really. We inhabit our bodies, but our bodies have a consciousness of their own that we frequently disrespect and don't listen to. So, speaking of that, if you're not following Thrive with Sarah, she is going to do a book study on Koya, Qoya, by Rochelle Scheich. Is that how you pronounce her name? All about body wisdom. So there's that. But I don't feel like my body belongs to me. Yeah. I feel like it's on loan. And I feel like I do a better job taking care of it But I don't do as good a job taking care of it as I used to when I used to bike and mountain bike all the time, and didn't eat sugar for 5 years and whatever. I'll get back there. Lead without controlling. Lead by example. Don't try to control other people. You can. It doesn't work. I mean, you can do it. No one can stop you from trying to control other people, but it doesn't work. It might work temporarily. You can force people to do things, but it doesn't work in the long run, and it wastes a whole lot of your energy. Yeah, I think our bodies are on loan. I think we're all in, same energy in different bodies. Yeah, we leave them behind, right? We don't own them forever. And we don't own anything. And that can be a very freeing concept to play with. It's one that kind of makes your mind go, wah, at first, but it's very freeing. It enables you to just let go. Let stuff come in, let stuff go. You become really aware of when you are tightening your grip on stuff. Yeah, and they're our own creation. So we tighten down on people that we love. We tighten up on people that we are close to, or people we'd like to be close to. Speaking of Valentine's Day, when there's a lot of graspy going on, and grab ass. That's different. It makes body acceptance easier for you. So on body acceptance, let's say you were in a car wreck and you were dying, and angels or God or whoever came to you and said, you can continue to live in the body that you have, or you can go ahead and die. You would probably be super happy to get back in the body that you have, if that was your choice. So if you think about it, yeah, you would be like, oh yes, I'll take that big badonkadonk butt. You betcha. I'll love it. I'll love those German peasant legs. Hell yes. You would jump all over it, because you'd be like, oh my gosh, my body car is broken. If I have to leave my body car before I'm ready to leave it, and I get an opportunity to continue my life in this body, then you bet. You'd be really freaking grateful for it. You wouldn't think bad about it ever again. Hey, Heidi, good morning. Yeah, you'd be like, oh yes, I will take it. Gray hair and all. And all the wrinkles and the weird hairs. Like, what's that about when we're getting older? I don't need to, have a goat. I don't need to grow a goat. But it does seem to be happening. Whatever. But think about that. If this was, because this is the body that you've got for this life. So you can maneuver through the world in this, in your meat puppet sack or whatever you call it, your meat suit, and be happy about it. Or you can bitch and moan about it and not take good care of it. Or you can take good care of it and hopefully stick around longer to share your gifts with the world. You've made Altany promise to warn you of stray hairs. I know, Ben. Catherine and I cannot have gluten either, and it really does suck. Yes. The whole gluten-free thing really sucks. And honestly, I drive past a Mellow Mushroom, which, if you guys don't know, it's like a pizza place. And Morgan says they have good gluten-free pizza, but gluten-free pizza is a poor substitute for an actual pizza. Oh, you can't have it either. You're celiac. Yeah. It blows. It really does blow. Garlic bread. They have it. Yeah. I haven't had it yet, because I'm not sure I could go in and actually do the responsible thing and order a gluten-free pizza. Is it? Domino's gluten-free pizza is an okay substitute, but anyway, I can talk about that all day, but let's talk about, let's look at the second translation before we get too far off topic. Anyway, Take care of your body. I will. I almost pulled in there last night, but it was Saturday night, and it was the parking lot was full. But I will. Okay. 51 in the Stephen Mitchell trends. Good is a relative term. Well, I'll try it and report back. Every being in the universe is an expression of the Tao. It springs into existence unconscious, perfect, free, takes on a physical body. Let circumstances complete it. That is why every being spontaneously honors the Tao. The Tao gives birth to all beings, nourishes them, maintains them, cares for them, comforts them, protects them, takes them back to itself. Creating without possessing, there's that again, acting without expecting, guiding without interfering. That is why love of the Tao is in the very nature of things. Creating without possessing. The card today has to do with creation. Creating without possessing is what we say all the time. It's in Stephen Pressfield's book, The War of Art and Turning Pro. It's an old concept. It's nothing new, but it is just, I think we talked about it yesterday, or we did talk about it yesterday. Enjoying the process and allowing the process of creation without possessing the end product, without even having in mind an end product, which, by the way, my name is Michelle Wolf, and you can find me at CaddyshackDesigns.com and here every day. Guiding without interfering, hard for parenting. Yep. Yeah. Yes. It's very difficult. It's difficult. And it's a daily process of reminding yourself that our children come through us, but they are not of us. They have their own destinies, and we don't own them either. We have a responsibility to them, but we don't own them. And you do the best you can do, and certain things they experience are what they came here to experience. And you can just help pay for therapy later if they need it. Let's see what Byron's got to say about all this. I think it's the Bhagavad Gita. There's cats fighting on the porch. Can you hear that? It sounds horrible. That says it's your divine responsibility to create. It's not your job to know where it goes. I'm paraphrasing, of course. I don't remember the exact words. You create it, and then what happens to it after that is not your business, really. Not your business, basically. Your job is to just create. Be the vehicle for the creation. The creation. 51, chapter 51 in this book. Okay. Everything is one, but not the same. No two fingerprints are the same. No two blades of grass. No two snowflakes. No two pebbles. All of these together make up the way of it, perfect and undivided. Each apparent separateness is a micro glimpse of the whole, each word spoken, each syllable broken down, each wave of a hand, each squeeze of toothpaste onto bristles of a toothbrush. Each is different, each is necessary. Someone lives, someone dies, someone laughs, someone grieves. For now, that's the way of it until it's not. If you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, what is with the interruptions? It's cats fighting or what? Toddlers fighting. Hey, come on. I suspect you're behind all the noise. Come on, buddy. Come on. It's a pillow. It's a pillow, not a monster. Yeah, brother. Okay. On my Facebook page and on my Instagram account. And let me just keep rolling. Juna and Grit. It's the same at Michelle Wolf 11. It's the same as my Periscope and Twitter. And you can follow me on Facebook too. It's facebook.com/L Michelle Wolf. two L's, two F's. But on that, on my Instagram and on my Facebook is the picture of the malas that my mom just created for my Desire Map Level 2 people. They are stunning and powerful and beautiful and all have the same energy. Right. He doesn't do that stuff. He's a good boy. So we talked about that last night on the way home. I was talking to my mom that it's the same, right? We all have this group energy in a different. These are mini malas, and she will have more available for sale for people who are not in the workshops. She's making more. They're gorgeous. And they have the oil beads on them, the little lava beads that you can put oil in. So, but they have this whole energy, this group energy, just like us. We are in the same energy expressed in slightly different forms. I got this body, you've got that body. But it's the same energy, the source, the animating, the thing that keeps our body moving in motion, the thing that's not there when you see a person who's died, you know that that thing is gone. That thing is what connects us all. We're expressed in different forms, just like those malas. There's a group energy, but it's expressed in slightly different forms. Just one way to think about it. So, I look up and there you are. You have never existed before. I am meeting you for the first time and you're my everything. Thoughts might say that we've met before, but for me you are entirely new. I notice that you're being breathed and nourished, that you're doing well in your happiness or your sorrow, that you're absolutely supported. The ground supports you, the chair supports you. You are the way of it. If you ask me to do the work with you, I'm happy to join you there. Inquiry is where I can be understood. I am you in the answers. We meet in the center, the heart. Whenever you invite me, I'll jump into your dream. I'll follow you through the tunnel, into the darkness, into the darkest pit of suffering. I'll meet you there, take you by the hand, and we'll walk through it together into the light. There's no place I won't enter. I'm everything, everywhere. What I've heard from many people is thank you for going to hell and coming back for me. You are my echo. You are every concept I ever believed when I was so confused. Every suffering that's ever been felt, I'm the teacher of that. I go back for what's left of myself. There's total freedom here. All suffering has ended for now. And since the external turned out to be the internal, as long as there is one person suffering, it's my suffering. That's the Avalokitesvara, right? The Kuan Yin, the compassionate bodhisattva that sticks around until all are enlightened. Gets enlightened and then sticks around to retrieve the other parts of itself, the whole. I don't experience it from here, that separation, but there's no separation. There is here, and I remember the illusion. Oh, so sweet. Love comes back to connect with itself, even in its purest state, and that's what I refer to as the re-entry. Until you're free, I'm not free. I know that you're free. And if you tell me you're not, I understand, because I used to believe that too. And really, I have no ideas about whether you should or shouldn't suffer. I respect your path as much as I respect my own. Now, respecting doesn't necessarily mean agreement. It's respecting each individual's freedom to express in their life however they're expressing in their life. And we don't fight against the reality of each individual's expression. We respect that. We respect that everyone has that birthright to express whatever they're expressing in the moment. We didn't go beat people over the head and say, you have to express my way. It doesn't mean agreement. with different forms of religion or different branches of politics or different branches of personal expression or, whatever. But the respect, for me, has to be there. The respect of each person's right to do that is critical. It's critical for my existence. And I know not everybody sees it that way. I know that, people really do get caught up in right and wrong. But I've just seen so many hundreds and hundreds of people, each with their own individual expression of pain and love and all of that, that it's just, there can't be just one way. There can't be just Republicans. There can't be just Democrats. There can't be just, it just can't be. It just can't. Not in my head. And I could be wrong. And I'm totally willing to be open to that. Yeah. So there is no right and wrong. And we really hurt each other a lot when we get caught up in that. So it's my right to live how I want to live. And if I hurt people with how I'm living, to love. If you are connected to love, you aren't running around hurting other people. You just aren't. It's not possible. You're extending that same love and freedom to everyone around you because you find it so vital to your own existence. If freedom and love and total connection to God or source or whatever is vital to you, you want that for everyone else too. You know that feeling of when you get like overwhelmed with gratitude, as Sarah says? You get so whelmed with gratitude and you just want to share it with everyone. There's no way you could knowingly be unkind to someone from that space. There's no way you could hurt an animal. There's no way that you could hurt another person when you're in that space. It's not possible. It's so utterly opposed to that kind of energy that it's not possible to hurt someone else. So the only people hurting other people are those who are disconnected. Because if you're connected, you can't do it. It's not possible to do it. Even if you have to set a boundary or have a discussion, you do it from a place of love and kindness. You can do that. You have to get there first, though, sometimes. Right, exactly. If you chop off love in one area, you chop off love in other areas. It's not, you can't open, close. The heart doesn't work that way. You can pinch it off and you feel the pain of it. And that pain of pinching off your heart shows up as loneliness. It shows up as controllingness. It shows up as anger. It shows up as exhaustion. Yes. It shows up as depression. Love coming out of our heart is our natural state. And when we pinch it off to any degree at all, it's immediately reflected in the amount of pain that we experience in our lives. The suffering. Painful things happen. The suffering comes when we don't treat those painful things with that natural love that's coming out of our hearts. So if we're all living our lives as we choose to live them, we're going to interact with each other and possibly get hurt. The more that you're connected, the less you're going to experience those things. Or when you do experience those things, you use them as learning opportunities. And you get through the pain of it, and then you sit down and think about, what the hell just happened here? Good morning, Caroline. So it means taking some degree of personal responsibility that we may not be used to. This path is a high responsibility path. You can't continue to blame other people when you get hurt. You have to, sit down and figure out, okay, what is this? What is this for me? Why did it feel like that? what do I need to figure out from this? And then you just sit and wait with it. And it may take 2 or 3 days. I'm a very slow processor. So it can take me weeks sometimes to figure something out. Or to find the words for it. Yeah, it's risky. But the reward of it is worth all the agony of being 100% personally responsible. It's not fun. That's why I make fun of Byron Katie. We're like, Byron Katie, you're kind of a dick. But it's 100% personal responsibility, and you don't get to let yourself off the hook. Unless you don't want that total connection. You can continue to blame other people. You can continue to try to fix other people. I talked to my daughter yesterday, and we'll be doing an exercise in the level 2 class about fixing. She said she's a fixer, and it was really cute the way she said it. She said, I'm a fixer. I want to get in there and fix stuff and fix people. And I was like, get away from me with your fixie fingers. But she's a fixer still. I mean, she's learned to manage it, but her usual immediate thoughts are how to fix somebody. That's not going to serve her very well. Most people don't want to be fixed. So, I just thought it was funny. I actually didn't know she still felt like that she wanted to run around and fix everybody. So, let's see. I understand if you're mesmerized by your story of who you are and you want to hold on to it for now. If you really don't want to suffer, I'm there for you. Through inquiry, I'll meet you as deeply as you want to go. Whatever you say, I'll meet it. Whatever you ask for, I'll give it. I love you because I'm totally selfish. Loving you is simply self-love. I can't love myself and not love you. Like we just said, you can't love on command. You can't box it up and compartmentalize it. If I am love, which is what I am, then I must love you by definition. Does that make sense? Like the totality of all of us is an expression of love. If we're aware of that, we automatically love each other. It's automatic. It's not something you even have to decide, okay, I'm going to love you today, and tomorrow I'm not going to love you, and today I am going to love you. Because it is what we are. Okay, you can't not breathe. We can hold our breath. We can breathe shallowly and not experience our full connection to our bodies. Same with love. We can love shallowly and not experience our full connection to God. Don't love shallow. Love deep. Experience your full connection to the universe. Just try it. Just try it on for size. Tanya, it's because I straighten my hair. I got up early. It's always better when I get up early and have time to, I got up at like 7. So I had plenty of time to get stuff together. It's unpredictable, right? Some scopes are like, yeah! And other scopes are like, yeah, well, we showed up today. Thank you. It's easier to do when it's slightly dirty. Okay. Loving you is simply self-love. Yeah, it depends. Hey there. I don't change, and I see change in you only if you say so. You are my inner life. You're the voice of myself, reporting my health at all times. Well, I'm glad you joined us. We study the Tao in 2 translations and every other day, and then we read from Byron Katie. Whatever you say, I think one of us needs to hear. Yeah, and that has to do with the card we're going to get to in just a minute. Yes, I have. They're awesome books. They're really great. I love them, actually. They're so cute. Okay. You're sad, you're not sad, you don't understand, you understand, you're peaceful, you're upset, you're this, you're that. I am each cell reporting itself, and beyond all change, I know that each cell is always at peace. As closely as I can describe it in words, I am your heart. This is the perfect Valentine's Day chapter. As closely as I can describe it in words, I am your heart. I am what you look like inside yourself. I am the sweetest place you come from. I am no one. I am a mirror, and I am the face in the mirror. Nice. Nicely done, BK. We love her. We love, hate her. Okay, let's talk about this card. Yes. Yes. Let's talk about this card I pulled before from this deck, this Mother Mary Oracle. I think it applies to, I don't know if Cindy is here, but Cindy is the person that popped into mind this morning when I pulled it. But then I thought, this really applies to all of us, because even if we're not creating a big project of some kind, we are creating new identities as we go through this. We're letting go of some stories. We're deconstructing our stories about the world, about ourselves, about each other, and we are forming new identities, which is the ultimate creation. It's a big one. When you go through the process of taking your identity apart, that's a big one. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of determination and a lot of willingness to surf pain. Yeah. Okay, so we are our biggest project. Here is the card for today. Our Lady of Growth Assured. Oh, I just love Mary. I just love her, love her, love her. Our Lady of Growth Assured. Sorry, my hand's I have a little tremor in my hand. You got a screenshot? It probably will be blurry. I'm sorry with the wibbly wobbly hand that I have. Both of them have a tremor in it, which is okay. Our Lady of Growth Assured. I love this. I love this too. There is a beautiful manifestation which you have long desired coming to fruition now. It is important to the well-being of your own soul and the healing of our world that you have patience and allow this birth to happen at the best timing. If it happens too soon or too late, there will be unnecessary complications. I will take care of the timing, and as you trust me, you will find the birth of your dream happens naturally and with great joy. Okay. There is something that you are considering embarking upon, either a new project or taking a chance on a new interest or social connection or even a new philosophy. Perhaps it is a letting go that will lead to a new start. The Oracle of Our Lady of Growth Assured comes to tell you that your success is already determined in heaven. What needs to be now is your continued effort and prayer, surrender, and patience on the physical plane, and most importantly, your positive expectation without any attachment as to how it will happen. Let go of the cursed hows, that your situation is working out and will manifest perfectly. Hang on to the feeling of it. Let go of the how of it. Let go of thinking about how to make it happen. Let life reveal itself to you. Let it come to you. It's way better. If we want to manifest something truly special in our lives, something that perhaps is a little out of the ordinary or contrary to what most people think is possible, if you're going against social convention, if you're going against social parameters of what's allowed and what's not allowed, that's a big one. She's going to get to it. You're doing it. You're doing it and doing it and doing it well. Who sings that? Trivia. Which rapper is that? Just kidding. If we want to manifest something truly special in our lives, okay, something that's different for us, something that goes against social convention, then the blessing of Our Lady of Growth Assured is very helpful. Yeah, nice. To manifest, we start with the inspiration or impulse from our heavenly divine self. Okay, we've talked about that. Doing our daily practice and getting still, we feel the impulse towards something. We feel a restlessness to create. That's the first step. That translates into inspired ideas, then thoughts, and perhaps plans. As we add our heart and passionate energy into the mix, we generate the fire we need to eventually act on opportunities in the physical world so that our manifestation can be complete and successful. So you feel the restlessness, you get dissatisfied with everything, and you get still or listen to that still small voice, and you'll feel the urge rise up to go do something. As you follow that impulse, as you follow that breadcrumb trail, and it won't go in a straight line. It goes in circles and spirals and backtrack. Looks like you're backtracking, but you're not. If you'll just stay with it and follow it, always going with what feels right in your body, always going with what matches your core desired feeling that you've chosen that you want to feel in your life. Always going for that shackles off feeling. If it feels like you have to put shackles on to do it, don't do it. If you think about taking this action or this opportunity that's been offered to you and it feels like a big deep breath, do it fast. Get on it. The more extraordinary our desired manifestation, the more it is likely to challenge mass beliefs. So the higher we're reaching and the more we're going against current beliefs of what's possible, or our own beliefs of what's possible, the more extraordinary, the more it's likely to challenge mass beliefs, the more likely it is to tip your world upside down. We've talked about that too, where things fall apart. When you start reaching for your dream, it looks like things are falling apart. The more likely it is that there will be delays or difficulties with our manifestation. So when we're reaching big, when we're reaching really new, when we're reaching way far out of our comfort zone, there's bumps in the road. As we're sailing a boat, right? We have to adjust the sails. We go off in the wrong direction. We have to, adjust a little more, check where the wind is blowing, keep twisting back and forth and to maintain our course. There's bumps in the road because what happens? You reach for something outside, you reach for something big, you reach for something you've never let yourself reach for before, and all the stuff in between comes up. So starting that Aham Prema chant that people are doing, the divine love, there's a Rumi quote on my Facebook page today that's the same. All the barriers between you and feeling that way have to come up and be loved away. Loved and dissolved in love. Love's like the holy acid. And not the trippy acid. Love is the holy acid that dissolves your crystallized beliefs, the chains around your body. Love is the holy acid that dissolves those chains. Yeah. Transformer. So, things get bumpy. Because we are bumping up against powerful opposing forces. The negative expectations of the world can cause even the brightest spirit to slump from time to time, losing energy and forgetting to trust in the unconditional love and incredible power of the Divine Mother or God. Love is totes trippy. Love is not LSD. No. If it's printed on a piece of paper and looks like Tweety Bird, that's not love. Okay, so bumping in, this process can make you want to give up. Okay, this process gets tiring while we're waiting for our chains to dissolve. It's okay to take a break. And if you dive in heavy duty with this stuff and bring up a lot of stuff to deal with, you may have to take periodic spiritual naps, so to speak. You might have to back off a little bit. More than one person has mentioned procrastination. And I'll let you identify yourself if you want to. Sometimes procrastination is rest. Sometimes it's the need to integrate all the amazing work you've been doing. Yesterday was your grumpy break day. Yeah, I had several days this week where I was just grumpy and I needed to rest. And I still did my stuff. I still showed up. I did the minimum though. And I rested a lot. And I didn't fight against my grumpiness. I just allowed it to be. And I rested a lot. So our tendency though is to get down on ourselves and try to whip ourselves back up, but not love, which just creates more pain. So if you're finding yourself needing the downtime, take the downtime. If you're finding yourself resisting more spiritual study, take a break. Just rest back in love. So it says here, we forget to trust in the unconditional love and incredible power of the divine. Just step back. Just rest back in the arms of that love. Just rest. It's okay. When we forget, our manifestation process gets a little bumpy. If we come back to center, if we rest, using the healing process for this oracle, we speed up again, getting back on track. Our Lady of Growth Assured comes to tell us, don't give up. She tells us to have patience and work on feeling open-hearted and open-minded about our manifestations and how they can come into being. Let go, let go, let go. We work on feeling the energy of what we want to create. So if it is abundance, we work on cultivating that feeling of abundance as best we can. And I would say we work on allowing our natural feeling of abundance to rise up. It's already there. Yes, agape love. All the while, we remain open to the manifestation of our intentions without attachment as to how, when, or what it will look like. She tells us not to turn away in fear of failure, especially as our manifestation is actually not far away at all. There is an expression that it's always darkest before the dawn. This is true with the manifestation process. Often when all seems most hopeless and signs of future life are non-existent is the moment before birth. We must keep our faith and not require that we see everything in advance, or even that we have proof along the way that something is happening. It can be hard to trust in such circumstances, but if it helps bring your dreams to life, it's worth the effort. Our Lady of Growth Assured brings you help in trusting your process now and a message that your desires are coming to life. They are. Trust and know in your heart that your growth is assured. Your dreams are manifesting at the perfect time in the perfect way. The prayer for this card is mantra or whatever you want to call it, affirmation, whatevs, is my spiritual growth and heart's desire manifest in the perfect time and the perfect way, assured of success by the Divine Mother's grace. I'll read it again. My spiritual growth and heart's desire manifest in the perfect time and the perfect way, assured of success by the Divine Mother's grace. Yeah, it was perfect for me. So I'm doing this retreat thing in June. I've never done it before. I've been to lots of retreats. And about a year or two ago, I was like, you know what? Retreats get started because somebody has an idea and says, hey, let's have a retreat. I can do that. And then Heidi actually was like, oh, you've got all that tent space. And I was like, what? Tent space? This stuff. There'll be Reiki and energy work, and we're going to build a medicine wheel on the property. I can send you information if you want. It's it's rustic, which is code for dirty, and tent. It's camping space. We live in a teeny weeny house. We hope to have a cabin ready by then, but I can't guarantee it. It'll probably be ready enough that people can sleep in there, but it may not have a bathroom. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll trust in that process too, right? just what's in the house. So there will be a shower and bathroom available, but you might have to be patient in getting in there to take a shower. Because there'll be only one. And we'll see. We may have a cabin ready by then. We'll also have a solar shower set up out by the creek with some privacy for people brave enough to do that. There'll be privacy. You won't be out there naked by the creek, but there'll be other places to shower if you feel like showering outside. Yeah. Yeah, we'll set up a camping shower in a different place. Yeah, I bet. Funny. Okay. So what do you think? Hey, Susan. We're just wrapping up. I'm going to come back with the oil scope. Dang it. Watch the replay. It was good today. It was informative today. We only had one disruption with a cat fight. So I may come back to you and talk about Tranquil Roll-On for our Sunday oil scope. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. If you want any information, find me on Facebook. Find me at caddyshackdesigns.com. Yes. Yes, lots to think about. If you're creating something big, stay connected to love while you're doing it. Don't worry about it, where it's going to go. Just create, 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 create. Oh, stalker! Facebook stalker! You're not on Facebook, so lame. But you're missing out. Ben's got the FOMO going because he's not even on Facebook. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in a few minutes. My phone is, it's a little bit hot, so I'm going to let the phone cool down. You're welcome. I love you. I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day if you're doing that. You're welcome. I'll see you back in a few minutes if you're interested in this particular oil. Love you much. Love you so, so, so much. Bye.